Hello? Did it just work? It's if it's working right now, it is unimaginably lagged out. It is so far behind what I'm actually doing. Hello? Yep, that's funny. Okay, alright, lit. Let's fucking go. It's Welcome. It's working right now, it is unimaginably lagged out. It is so far behind what I'm at. Alright, we're closing that. Cool. Well, that was a shit show. Thank you for bearing with me, you guys. Let's trade some cryptocurrency. That was... We're not going to talk about it. We're going to get straight into this. Hopefully you guys can actually hear me. The problem is that there's like a 30-second delay or however long it took me to realize that we were live. You guys just got to watch that. His computer is complicated as hell. Like, more complicated than I could express. There's no need for it to be like this. Get out of here. Bitcoin is falling off a cliff. I don't even care to talk about it right now. I want to talk about... Let me get my water. We're going to do some live trading, but I got to get into the zone first, right? I woke up a little bit ago off of like 5.5 hours of sleep because they're all night owls. Every single person that I've interacted with here stays up until like 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And I'm like, how are you guys functional members of society if you're staying up that late? Like, I like being awake, ideally, by like 6:30, 7 o'clock. Don't always happen, but like, that's when I like being awake. I don't even know if I'm live right now. I might be talking to myself. And Dream, if you're watching this and I'm live, can you let me know? Let me message. Let's go to the daily chart here. We're coming back down. Thank God, guys. Thank God. This little boost that we just had right here threw me off. My trading was not doing too great during this little boost because it didn't make sense to me. I didn't understand why we were going up. So if we can continue to move back down, I will be happy. Because the direction will be clear and we'll be able to actually make some trades off of it. Yeah, I'm live. Okay, lit. Let me message in the chats. All right, you can see right here on daily chart for Bitcoin, we were in a clear downtrend right now. Are we? Let's go, Crypto Dream. Let's go. We're in a clear downtrend right now. You can see we got rejected. We started that downtrend when we made this peak earlier. We came back up to reject again, and then we are getting rejected for the third time here. So it helps us determine the direction that Bitcoin's traveling so that we can get on the correct side of the trades. When we were going up here, I feel like they were fighting all tides. Just trading this, we were going up, but it wasn't like the longs were not clean. I lost 2 or 3 of the trades. It was just not a good time. Now that Bitcoin's headed back down, we can have that confidence. It should be a lot easier to spot a trend and have it be on our side. So, with that, let's go ahead and check out a couple other things. Let's check out ETH. I'm annoyed because I can't log into all of my shit here. So Ethereum, again, Ethereum's down, coming down as well. Everything is likely coming down today. Let's see. Nope. This computer is not my computer. And it stresses me out. Let's go, Dream. Let's go. It was, you can just see based on, like, why is Flux opening? Why is Flux opening? No. Let me just go to the normal homepage. Bitcoin's down 2.8%, ETH down 3.3%, BNB 3%. Ooh, Tron coin. Everything looks like it's down at, ooh, what the hell? Immutable X is pumping today. So that's kind of interesting to see. It's been quite some time, guys. Let's check out the portfolio. I'm not logged in. Never mind. We'll go to ETH. Yes, absolutely, Dream. Absolutely. Buddy with both of them. Buddy, no, none of this stuff that's going on is my beef, so I'm good to go with anyone. Let's go in. I'm going to use the 3-minute chart, okay? Because we're going to try and find a trade to hit. We're going to try and make some money. It's been a minute since we've made some money, and I'm getting antsy with it. I want to get some cash going. So right now, things are a little bit too bearish for the pattern that we use. Yesterday would have been a really good day to trade, but only if we could have caught this one trade right here. So today, things are about a little bit too far down. If you turn on the VWAP, since I put out a lesson in the Kryptonite Discord, I want to just showcase another facet of that lesson, okay? We are teetering in the third band outside of the VWAP, right? So right now we are more than 2 standard deviations away from the median, which means we should not be spending this much time out here. So this move is extremely aggressive. If you wanted to counter trade it on these wicks, you possibly could. You have to like sit here and be super active for a very small percent gains on Ethereum if you're going to trade these wicks. And what I mean by that is we should spend a good chunk of the time here within the first standard deviation. That should be the majority of the time spent in there. If we ever go outside of this third band, it should be 0.001% of the time. So that's why you only spend 2 minutes and then 2 minutes. Literally we spent 3 candles outside of it, and then we spent 2 candles outside of it here. So you spend a super small amount of time outside of that third band. So when we do go outside of that third band, you often can enter into a position that is opposite of the direction that it was moving. You have to be super quick with it though, and you can tell even right here, we wicked out of it, right? This candle technically was outside of that third band. And we continued to drop. We continued to go harder and harder and harder. And that third band moves. That third band widens over time to the point where now, if that candle wick were to happen right now, we would still be within that third band. So you have to be very careful with it. It's not really a pattern trade that I enjoy taking, but it is an option. When you see those wicks play out, when you see the super large candle, you could theoretically do it. Let's look at some trades here, all right? Since I don't have my watch list up, I need you guys to also scour if you don't mind. If you guys don't mind scouring for a couple trades for us to take, go through your TradingView accounts. Dream, I think it's just probably you and I in here. So go through your TradingView. Let's pick something to trade here. You know the pattern by now. You know the pattern. Point it out. What crypto should we be looking at to take that trade on? You hear Powell talk about the soft landing yesterday? No, I didn't listen to it because we already know what the fuck he's going to say. I didn't listen to what he was actually saying, and I probably would have if I was at home. But since being here, we didn't listen to it at all. We already know what the hell he's going to say. We're waiting and seeing for more data to come in to determine how long we're going to hold rates for. They weren't going to raise rates yesterday, even though I got in an argument with someone on Twitter about it, but it's like, people just don't know that the Fed futures exist. Fed futures. I like using investing.com, Fed's rate tool monitoring. Like, it was 99.9% certainty that there was not going to be a rate hike yesterday. Anytime it's ever been over, I think, 80%, the Fed has not gone in an opposite direction, and that's because they'll shock the market if they do that. If 99% of the market believes there won't be a rate hike or there will be a rate hike, if the Fed does not do what the market believes, the market will get spooked. The Fed doesn't want to spook the market. The Fed just wants inflation to go down. So the Fed does what the market predicts it's going to do. Right now, it's predicting 68% say no rate hike in November, which has swapped. Inflation went up. We saw that inflation reading come in hot. Inflation went up, and the market lowered the odds of a rate increase happening in November. So all these fake people who don't understand what's going on, they talk about shit that they don't have an understanding of. likely don't even know that this website exists, and they tell you what the playbook's going to be. This website outlines it for us. Sound like he's kind of giving up hopes of a soft landing. Oh. See, that is very intriguing because let's see if we can, yeah, NASDAQ. Yeah, you're right. You are most certainly right. Look at that. We're falling off a cliff this morning. Let's go to the daily. Let's go to the hourly and see what happens when he started talking yesterday. Turn the VWAP on so I know what day is what. Okay, I don't want to turn the VWAP on. Whatever. I didn't want it anyways. So we go back a couple hours. Yeah, so it started falling off a cliff and then we gapped down today. You might be right. It might be actually worth listening to then. I let my prejudice play. I thought I was better than the markets. So I would hedge shit. I would hedge any stocks that you have, truthfully. And that's kind of interesting though, because now we have the NASDAQ falling, Bitcoin falling. Lit. Let's fucking go. We'll see. This is gonna be sketchy. Longest Monday live. What? Longest Monday I'm going live I've ever seen. Shut the fuck up. Alright, let's go. Let's go. I want to find something. Go to the minute. That's our bread and butter, right? The VWAP. Let's turn on some Matic. So I don't see it. Does not look too hot of a trade setup here. Let's continue going. Let's look at Sol. Solana's usually pretty damn similar to Matic. Yeah. Again, I don't know what these bars are. I don't know why they're here. We could take some trades on these because it is such a clear step down pattern. So if you guys have the confidence to take it, if you find that we're beginning a reversal, like, feel free. The direction is so unimaginably clear today that even I think just hopping in something like this and riding it for the next couple hours is probably going to be a good idea. But I want to find our clear setup. Right, we got a plan here. Let's stick to the plan. Not as clean as Matic or Sol. Can you guys remember that? Matic and Sol both look pretty clean. Dixie breakout, so we're going another leg down. Remind me when raising rates due to stop inflation. Remind me what raising rates do to stop inflation. Yeah, raising rates stops money in its track. So inflation is essentially just the velocity of money times how much money we have. And so since they printed a ton of money, if the velocity of money stays constant, then inflation's going to go up, right? The velocity just meaning how many times a dollar trades hands before it ends up in the stock market. Essentially what the velocity of money is. Meaning, like, how much spending is going on is the velocity. So if velocity stays constant and they printed a bunch of money, inflation runs hot. If they can't suck up all that money, right? They're still printing some money elsewhere. I think they printed like $3 trillion recently. Well, let's look at the M2 money supply rather than just speak about random shit. They can either suck up the money or they can stop the money from moving. If you raise rates, it becomes more expensive to borrow money, which lowers the amount of spending that's going to happen. Because if I'm spending on debt, most companies, most people spend on debt. If you make it more expensive, they're going to be less likely to do that. And so by raising rates, you increase the cost for the velocity to speed up, therefore reducing the velocity, reducing inflation if you were to keep the supply of money constant. It got so bad, so they tried to do both, reduce the money supply and decrease the velocity. So you can see right here the M2 peaked out back here in March, April of 2022, and then started going down. Recently, they've started printing again. Some relief programs and stuff. After the banks started collapsing, they've been doing some behind-the-scene printing. I think the government has done some money printing as well outside of the scope of the Fed. I don't think the Fed's too happy with it, but I gotta listen to it. I gotta go listen to the actual meeting. The Dixie breakout. We're on another leg down. Probably. I already read that. Monday said you were gonna go live. I waited 48 hours in front of my screen. Jonathan, that's on you then, huh? Huh? You should have expected me to flake, boy. I'm here in Orlando with Lucas and Josh, and so I've been running around like a chicken without a head. They genuinely, speaking of which, a chicken without a head actually lasted a month. It lived a month without a head, but they genuinely have the most ass-backwards schedule that I've ever seen. Like, they'll casually stay up till 3 in the morning and, like, get up at noon. I'm like, what is going on? I can't function like this. You expect me to be performing, like, on my caliper? I missed the classroom yesterday because they just, like, didn't have the capacity to do it. Fucking crazy. All of this stuff, every single thing that we've pulled up on the chart has been in a clear downtrend. So it's just a matter of finding an entry point. So hit some ticker symbols. I want mainstream coins with a good amount of volume. All right, everyone scour. Everyone scour. Let's go find something that looks like the clear trade setup that we want, right? We want something that has been remaining below the VWAP. Yes, yes. Let's get rid of the 1 and the 3. We want something that's been trending below the VWAP. You want it to come down, up to the VWAP, down, up to the VWAP. And we ideally would like to hop in on this second one. If we missed it and it comes down and then back up to the VWAP, that's fine. Okay? We want to hop in on one that continues to touch the VWAP. Everyone scour. I'm going to look as well, but it's better if we all have our own... It's better if we all are looking for shit, right? Aptos. Now, Aptos is the first one that has not been doing it. Arbitrum. God, why am I clicking random ones? Alright, Jonathan, if you just want to say raising rates stops people from spending, we could simplify it that way, yes, but I enjoyed my long-winded rant. You are correct. You're late to the party. Johnny, all good. I was also late to the party, so... So can a roach, but they only die because they can't eat or drink. Oh, God. Yeah, look at this one on Arbitrum. We could have made a lot of money there. What the fuck happened? So far, Matic looked nice. Matic looked nice, but didn't come up to the VWAP when it was trading. It was trading off of the first band, so you kind of have to like take it with a grain of salt. It's been riding the first band here. If we do come up to the VWAP, I think I would enjoy a good Matic short here. Let's see what the daily looks like. Is it a clean short? Everything's coming down, so it's like no matter what you're gonna get into, don't long anything today. Definitely don't long anything today. What else? What else is a good one to trade? Why am I stuck on just a couple? Aave continues to screw me. I've taken... Each one of my losses has been on Aave, and I've been longing it. I've been going in long for the past couple days. That's what I mean. This market was not conducive for me to be trading. I kept getting wicked out on Aave. And on one of the days, they decided to liquidate my position without it actually going to the liquidation point, and then it continued to rally all the way back to the point that I wanted to take profits at. So the exchange I was using was like, I'm gonna take his money. Fucking dicks. But I just started using the exchange, so I don't want to write it off just yet. Goku, Goku, Goku. Long everything. INJ. We'll check. Oh, INJ is the only thing that I don't think you should be shorting right now. That thing was going nuts. Aave killed me as well. Right, Johnny? Stack. Okay, we got Stack. Let's check out INJ first. INJ's been going nuts today. Oh. What? I was on CoinMarketCap. INJ was the only thing on CoinMarketCap that was up like 30%. Oh, it was IMX. IMX. I'm dyslexic. Get it? That's how dyslexic people spell dyslexic. Yeah, this is nice. This is a nice one. Okay, INJ. INJ, if we see it come up to the VWAP, it's still... Like, if you look closely at this puppy right now, you can kind of see how it, like, was in a clear downtrend there, and then we just broke out, so we might bounce and come up. I would like us not to bounce and come up. I would like us to go straight up. If we go straight up to the VWAP, I will feel happy. If we come down and retest and find support, I'll be a little sad. Let's see, stack. Not at. Stack. What's good? We got 4 viewers in here right now. Let's fucking go. Still better than Famex. Yeah, Famex. Goku, Famex fucked you. Stack. We'll continue with Binance. Oh, Stack is falling off a cliff. So Stack, I do not like Stack. We pumped up here. This whole section up here is disrespecting the VWAP. They disrespected that middle VWAP. So I don't know that it'll do that again, right? If it were to come up to the VWAP and we entered a trade, what happens if it spikes up like that again? Continues that pattern for the day. And then we get liquidated on the trade. I want something that's been like explicitly like this right here. 2 days ago, Stacks was a really good one before it broke below. But when it was trading like this is exactly what we look for, okay? This is exactly what we look for. Where it's coming up, VWAP, and then moves up, and then comes down, VWAP, and then moves up, and then comes down, VWAP. You know? We could, if we had been active trading all day, that's a lot of money. If you were able to take each one of these, that's 1.6%. Come on. You take another one. You cash out at 1%. 1%. 1%. 1%. You're looking at like a lot of money. I don't like it today though. Sorry, Dream. Shame. Shame. No, I'm just kidding. But the ETH VWAP has a 0.786 fib in the main retest. If it rises to it, there's a high probability of rejection on it. Good. Should we wait just for ETH? Should we not overcomplicate it then? If there's a bunch of things pointing towards Ethereum being a good one. I'm using BingX right now. Don't go get your own account there. Do not go get your own account. Okay? Because I have a referral code that's coming. Alright? Don't go start your account. Wait. Also, if you do end up getting a BingX account, if you do end up going and starting with that, I know I just shit talked them for a minute, but they actually are kind of cool looking. That's why I'm starting to use it. Hopefully they don't screw us every single time we have an open trade. But before you deposit any money into it, go through and look at all the reward systems that they have and start, like, activate them before you deposit the money, because I don't think it counts if you activate it after the fact. And I got like $600 worth of credits and stuff to use across the platform right now. So, but just wait. If you use my referral code, then I get money. And then I can use it to spend on crypto. It's kind of curling over right here. It might get rejected. Ethereum looks like it's continuing to get rejected by this first VWAP. His mouse is so sensitive. Yeah, so it got rejected here. It is possible that this is a really good entry point for it. Everything is super bearish on the day. It's not the trade setup, you know? So maybe we go in with a very small amount. Okay. Yeah, that's what I clicked on. What the hell? Render. Okay. ARB looks good. Daily VWAP moving with weekly VWAP and golden pocket. I'm looking specifically... Yeah, reload. Come on. I'm looking specifically for that setup. A lot of the other stuff just overcomplicates it for me. I don't do well when I incorporate a bunch of other stuff. But anything that has multiple facets backing it, let's go. Let's fucking go. I put in 1,000, Johnny. But like I said, if you're gonna wait until I have my referral link set up. If you're not gonna do that and you want to do it right now, use someone else's referral link. Never sign up for any. This is real alpha right now. Doesn't matter what it is: credit card, bank account, airline miles. Never sign up for anything that's money related without a referral link, ever, because they will give you free money with the referral link. But if you don't have one, they don't give it to you. Okay? So always, always, always use a referral link from someone. Okay? It doesn't matter who it is. I don't care. I mean, I do care a little bit if you don't use my referral link. But if you want to, I don't have it right now. And I understand that if you want to join immediately. But always, always, always get a referral link from someone. Because then, also, if you hit up your friend and you're like, hey, you have the Amex Gold, right? Do you have a referral link? They're going to be like, dude, this guy gets it. He just gave me $100 bucks. The hell? I'm getting sidetracked now. I'm getting amped up. You said render. Render is not available. Crypto, shut the fuck up. Yes, it is. Render is bouncing off that VWAP a little bit, but I don't like this morning's action. There's a lot of super bearish stuff out there, and Render, while it does look a little bit, Render looks like it's holding up. Render looks like it's holding up right now. I'm not a fan of Render right now. Arbitrum. This is all my 30 seconds. Literally took me 30 seconds to look at it, so if you find a setup that works perfect for you, then go for it. So this technically qualifies, but we've yet to touch the VWAP. I like looking for something that has come up and kissed the VWAP multiple times, because the pattern needs to have that stair stepping. This is respecting something else, and I don't see it. This is downtrending until as of late, right? The last like hour or two, we've started, or 3 hours, we've started scooping. It's Bing X. You don't need to KYC if you're a U.S. citizen. And they have stocks, but if you want to trade stocks, you do have to KYC. Yeah, they got a good program. You know what? No, I'll get the link today. I was talking to someone from there. It's probably a recruiting system that I was talking to, but I will get the link set up today so I can put it in the Discord. And then you guys can toy around, and we'll host weekly trading challenges, and we'll get fucking rich. What was one that was good? I like just woke up. So we gotta cut myself a break. I'm gonna take some drugs in a minute. I'm gonna take 2 drugs, and it's gonna make me a fucking warrior. Do you guys remember which one was good? What did we find one that was like appropriate yet? Engine. I wanted to see it come up. We just came back down and retested. That's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. A lot of it depends on where Bitcoin and Ethereum go. So if they do get rejected and continue to move down here, yeah, I don't see any good trade setups for me right now, just yet. Not just yet. ARB is respecting a trend line. If you draw the line from the swing high, it's aiming the daily VWAP and the weekly VWAP. We'll look at ARB. We'll look at ARB again. Look at it on Bing X. So you're saying ARB is respecting a trend line. If you draw the line from the swing high, I gotta expand this. Where's the chat? There we go. There's this heart right here. This little like emoji thing gets in the way, and I can't see what's going on in the chat. I can't see like the end of long messages. Swing high, it's aiming at a daily VWAP and weekly VWAP. Okay. Scoop, scoop, scoopity doop, 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 doop. All right, maybe we take Arbitrum. It needs to hit some volume though. Basically, right now we're just waiting on things to have a little bit of a pullback for an entry. Everything looks like, oh, my list has been here the whole time, guys. You guys were just gonna let me look like a fucking idiot that whole time? The list that we normally trade is right there. I didn't even have to type any of that shit in. Solana looks kind of nice. Matic looks decent. I don't like Aptos. H-bar can go suck a dick. H-bar looks identical to Arbitrum. How similar are those two? That's crazy. And Aave. They all got that double bottom right there. XRP. Oh, here we go. Quant. Guys. Quant makes me a little excited here. Quant's got me kind of excited. Quant looks very clean. Let's go. The problem with Quant is the moves are super tiny usually. Yeah, so it's barely 1% if we go all the way back down. Essentially, it's just a waiting game right now, guys. Just chilling. So, yeah, 4 people in chat. What do you guys want to look at? What do you guys want to talk about? Where's my water? I apologize for the lack of being here to trade with you guys. Lucas's computer is very confusing for me to have set up, and because the sleep schedule is just so messed up, like we slept till noon yesterday. I slept till noon yesterday. Quant looks like a moaner. A moaner. Draw the line from 0.8547 to 0.85. Oh, 0.8412. 0.8547 to 0.8412. Here's the thing, my guy. Oh, you're saying like that? Ah, okay. I hear ya. I feel like you're picking an arbitrary point here. What made you use these three? Scoop, scoop, scoop. Why did you not use this one up here? What made you use these three? I'm genuinely curious. I want to see the rationale. Because, like, what if I said that the trend line was really these points? And we're actually in a low-key uptrend here. I hate how much history is lying. I need a coffee, guys. I need a coffee. I want quant. I want some quant shorts. Or some Matic. Or some anything. I'll take anything. Just let me short something, please, for the love of fucking God. We have to pay attention. We need to watch out for Bitcoin. We need to watch out for Bitcoin, though. Bitcoin is going to dictate where the entire market goes. It always does, but it got to this support area right here, and it's kind of getting rejected. I would be shocked if we find support here. I really would be. But you can't rule anything out. You know what bothers me? You know what bothers me? And Goku will remember this. We were looking at Aave up here at $70. At $70, or was it 70? It might have been at 67. It might have been right around here. And I was like, we're going straight down to 52. And we did in like 4 days. But both of us got stopped out on this wick right here. We were in shorts, heavy shorts. That's why we got stopped out. This wick came up and stopped us both out, and then we went straight to 52. We would have made like 130% on the money. Because we were in that range, right? That Aave range. Aave is following what Quant did, right? Aave looks like it's doing what Quant was just doing. It has that strong support that it barely ever goes under. But each time it goes under, it comes back up and just doesn't go as high, right? That $50 threshold. It just comes down and shoots up. And it comes down and shoots up, but not as high. Just like what Quant did. And then eventually, Quant broke. You can only knock on a door so many times before you get let in. You can only knock on a door so many times before you get let in. Quant did the same thing here. It's not a really good trend line, but you get the point. Every time it came down to $100, it would pop off. And each time they got smaller and smaller and smaller until finally we died. Yo, Quant for a swing trade, anyone? Quant for a swing trade, anyone? Look at that. We're speeding up. That shit's speeding up. Look at, this is the opposite of what we look for in a reversal, okay? And we'll go back to day trading in a second. But see how we found some we found some area of congestion right here, which was an area that had not really been visited in the past. A little bit back here, but a new area. And we started bleeding. We started rolling off the edge. We are just now, today, falling off the edge. We started rolling down. You see that kind of formation starting? You start rolling down. Okay? That paired with the fact that the RSI today is further extended. Remember from that classroom? It is so difficult to get an RSI to stay in the overbought or oversold territory, especially over that 13-day rolling period. So it's egregiously difficult for this to actually be making a lower low on the RSI, which tells us that the momentum is picking up fast, okay? So Quant is probably coming down. Let's establish that real threshold and see if we want to take any trades. So previously it found support down here, right? At that 85 area. It found some support at 85 once, a little bit of congestion here, a third time and a fourth time. So 86 might be where it goes to find a little support. If it doesn't find support at 86, we're probably heading straight down to 68. We could bounce around a little bit in the lower 80s. We might spend a week in the lower 80s like we did back here. But aside from that, let's find one with a little bit more data. That is the one that we're on. Silly goose. Yeah, here we go. Oh, I already drew the lines. Lit. Thanks, old Patrick. So we'll probably find a little bit of support down here at 83. Okay. We might bounce around. It might be a choppy way down, but I think we're probably headed straight down to 83, 84. If we break that, I said 68. And if we break that, I said 51. I would fucking nut if we went down to 51 for Quant. Because if we go to 51, that doubles all of my returns. If we go to 51, that doubles my expected return for 2025. I'm calculating everything off of accumulating Quant at $100, and I think it's a steal. So if we go to 50, that means that I can accumulate at 50 and double my rate of expected return. It would literally bust a nut. But it does look like a good swing short. I'm not going to do it, though. You guys can do it if you want to. I need to go make coffee. So if we don't enter a trade here, I'm going to hop off, go make a coffee, and I will keep you guys posted, though. Just a confluence with golden pockets. That's what we like, Jonathan. Hell yeah. Only chose it stands out if it's in the top peak early for our breakout to the VWAP. Okay. We'll keep an eye on ARB then. I'm looking for a swing on ETH if it can drop it like it's hot to 1530. Go back to our forefathers. That's not what I meant to type in. I meant to type in ETH. ETH and Bitcoin both look like they're doing the same thing. So this is the same shit. The RSI is showing that we might have a reversal here, right? The divergence is happening on the RSI. If you look, the candles are continuing to go down, but the RSI is starting to go up. So Ethereum looks like it's got that convergence, divergence from the RSI. I forget what it's called. I just said it like 30 seconds ago. But you said 1530? Yeah. Yeah, we might see it. I'm thinking longer term. You're looking over the next like day or two. I was thinking a little bit longer term. We could 100% see it. And then we go ahead and skirt the dirt. That'd be kind of interesting if we saw 1400. If we go off the wicks. I don't know. Let's skim for a trade again. I'll go get a coffee. Bitcoin. No. I want to trade options again. I wish that they would get options. Everything is looking like it's starting to curl over again, so we might not get anything come up to the VWAP. So we're going to find something that's the closest. I kind of like Matic. This is just so clean. Solana is such a clean downtrend right here. Yeah, I got nothing, guys. Nothing is set up perfectly. If we see things start rolling over, right, you can kind of see how the RSI is curling and the price is starting to curl. It's not at the rejection area that I normally like to do. Solana might be a good entry point for this. What kind of gains are we looking at? We're looking at maybe 1% if you're lucky. If you can time it nicely, you're looking at 1%. But the risk is a little bit high. So I'm going to be waiting. I will keep you guys updated in the Discord. Your time's your most valuable asset. I appreciate all you guys actually for waiting around for me. I know I was being a little bitch lately with it. And I acknowledge that. And I apologize. I will do better. I will do better. Yeah, go do something. Go do something. Don't sit at the screen all day, all right? We're going to look. I will keep you guys. I will sit at the screen all day. You guys go do something. Go outside.